The rehearsal room for Macbeth was never meant to be a battlefield. It was supposed to be a temple of art, a space where two acclaimed performers, Sam Heughan and Lia Williams, would refine their roles, sharpen their lines, and bring Shakespeare's tragedy to life. But what unfolded on that fateful afternoon was something no one in the cast or crew would ever forget. It began innocently enough, with tension simmering just beneath the surface. For weeks, small disagreements had plagued rehearsals. Sam's interpretation of Macbeth as impulsive and haunted versus Lia's portrayal of Lady Macbeth as meticulously calculated. They had disagreed on tone, timing, even stage movement. But this time, the tension didn't just simmer, it boiled over. During Act 2, when Macbeth wrestles with the weight of his bloody ambition, Sam's delivery grew darker, more frenzied. Lia stopped him mid-line, raising her hand sharply. "Macbeth isn't unhinged yet," she snapped. "You're rushing him to madness. It's sloppy." Sam froze. His jaw tightened. For a moment, the room fell silent. Then he muttered, "Sloppy? Or just not your version of the play?" The crew exchanged nervous glances. What had started as a creative disagreement was veering into dangerous territory. From words to fury. Lia, unwilling to back down, stepped forward. "You think this is about me? This is about the audience, about Shakespeare himself. If you can't handle the role, then maybe you shouldn't be playing it." The words cut deep. Sam's face reddened, his grip tightening around the script in his hand. Then, in a moment of pure rage, he hurled the script onto the floor. Pages scattered like confetti across the stage. "Don't tell me what I can or cannot handle," he roared. Gasps echoed through the room. Several cast members instinctively backed away. One stagehand whispered under his breath, "This isn't rehearsal anymore. This is war." And then came the moment that would ignite headlines around the world. Sam slammed his hand against the wooden table at center stage, sending a prop goblet flying. The metallic clang rang out like a gunshot. Lia, startled but unshaken, fired back. "This is exactly what I mean. You've lost control, on stage and off." By now, the rehearsal was chaos. The director tried to step in, his voice firm. "That's enough, both of you." But his words barely registered. The atmosphere was electric, charged with raw hostility. Katrina Balfe, who had stopped by the rehearsal to show support, reportedly looked pale as she watched the meltdown unfold. Crew members later admitted they had never seen Sam so furious, nor Lia so cutting. "It was like watching a Shakespearean tragedy bleed into real life," one assistant said. Phones began to rise discreetly from behind set pieces. Within hours, shaky footage of Sam slamming the table and Lia shouting back would make its way onto Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, igniting a storm that no press team could contain. Finally, Sam had had enough. Breathing heavily, his eyes blazing, he glared at Lia one last time. "I won't do this," he said, his voice low but venomous. "Not with you." Then he turned on his heel and stormed off stage, pushing through the side doors so violently that the hinges rattled. The sound of the door slamming echoed through the rehearsal hall like a death knell. Lia stood frozen in his absence, chest heaving, her expression a mix of fury and triumph. The rest of the cast remained rooted to their spots, stunned. One actor whispered, "He's not coming back." The director, finally breaking the silence, ran a hand down his face and muttered, "God help us." By evening, the story had already hit entertainment wires. Violent row between Sam Heughan and Lia Williams halts Macbeth rehearsal. Sam storms out. The footage spread like wildfire, dissected frame by fans and critics alike. And then came the most haunting question of all. Would Sam return to the stage, or had his shocking exit marked the beginning of the end for Macbeth? The storm that had erupted inside the rehearsal hall quickly spilled beyond its walls. By the next morning, Sam Heughan's shocking walkout had become the biggest headline in both theater and entertainment circles. Social media buzzed with hashtags like #Sam vs Lia, #Macbeth on the brink, and even #cancel the play. Clips from the rehearsal, grainy, muffled, chaotic, spread like wildfire. One video showed Sam slamming his fist onto the table. Another captured Lia yelling back, her voice sharp as steel. Together, they painted a picture of a production unraveling. Entertainment networks framed it as art imitating life, calling the clash a tragic Shakespearean spectacle in itself. The Daily Mail branded it a violent meltdown, while Variety asked the question on everyone's lips: will Macbeth survive the fallout? For 24 hours, Sam remained silent. Paparazzi camped outside his hotel, capturing images of him entering late at night, head down, hood pulled over his face. Fans worried, was he quitting? Meanwhile, Lia broke the silence first. Sitting down for an interview, her tone was firm but veiled. Art requires discipline. Violence and rage have no place in rehearsal. We owe Shakespeare better than that. She never mentioned Sam by name, but everyone knew exactly who she meant. The words spread quickly, sparking debates about professionalism, control, and hidden grudges. Behind closed doors, producers and investors held emergency meetings. Ticket pre-sales had been strong, but the scandal threatened to derail everything. If Sam walks, we lose millions, one insider admitted. But if Lia leaves, the entire dynamic collapses. Rumors swirled that backup actors were being discreetly contacted, just in case. One source whispered, they're preparing for the worst, either a recast, or canceling the whole show. Online, fans split into two camps. Team Sam defended him fiercely, arguing that Lia had provoked him with relentless criticism and personal digs. Team Lia insisted she had stood her ground for the sake of the play, painting Sam as unstable and unprofessional. Fan wars broke out across Twitter threads, TikTok reactions, and Instagram stories. One viral post read, "If Macbeth falls, it won't be Shakespeare's curse, it'll be Sam and Lia's." Finally, 3 days later, Sam broke his silence. Standing outside his hotel, voice heavy with emotion, he declared, "I gave everything I had to this role, but sometimes passion crosses into something darker. I won't let that destroy me, or the people around me." Reporters pressed him on whether he was quitting Macbeth. He didn't confirm or deny, only adding, "Right now, I need space." The words sent shockwaves through the industry. For many, space sounded like goodbye. By week's end, a devastating article hit the press. Exclusive. Sam Heughan submits exit notice from Macbeth. According to the report, he had officially informed producers of his decision to withdraw from the production. Theater insiders panicked. Could Macbeth go on without its star? Would the audience still show up? Or was this the death knell for one of the most anticipated plays of the year? The official theater statement tried to downplay the crisis. The Macbeth Company continues to rehearse and is dedicated to delivering the production audiences deserve. But everyone knew the truth. Without Sam, the show's future was hanging by a thread. Lia remained silent after his rumored exit, but those close to the production whispered she felt vindicated. Others argued she was quietly devastated, knowing the scandal had stained her name as well. And so, as curtains remained closed and tickets sat in limbo, the question echoed louder than ever. Would Macbeth survive the firestorm? Or had the clash between Sam Heughan and Lia Williams destroyed it before it ever reached the stage?